Here's the podcast script. The New York Times is calling it a fitting farewell, and the headline says it all. Asterisk the Bear Season 5 recap. What worked? What lingers? Asterisk. If you've been following the Emmy-winning FX series, you know the show has always been about broken people pulling together to create something extraordinary. And with Season 5, now streaming in full on Hulu, creator Christopher Storer gave fans exactly that one last time. So here's where things stood going in. Season 4 ended on a gut punch. The Bear, the upscale Chicago restaurant at the center of the show, had burned through its last dollar of investor money. Head chef Carmen Berzato, played by Jeremy Allen White, announced he was quitting. His partner chef Sydney and front-of-house manager Richie were left holding the bag. It felt like an ending. A bleak one. But Season 5 picks up the very next day, and it is anything but a quiet exit. Chicago is getting hammered by a torrential rainstorm. The restaurant is low on supplies. Staff have walked out. And the place is overbooked. What follows across the first 7 episodes is essentially a high-stakes heist movie set inside a restaurant kitchen, the team retooling the menu on the fly, managing overflow guests by throwing an impromptu outdoor party, communicating through silent hand signals, and moving with the kind of precision you'd expect from a special ops unit, not a dining room. And the show leans into that energy. Gone are the usual 90s alt-rock needle drops. Season 5 swaps them out for a Hans Zimmer synthesizer score that makes the whole thing feel like a thriller. The emotional core of the season, though, is an episode called Caramel Episode 7, where all of those hours of build-up pay off. The show uses its signature rapid-fire flashback editing to stitch together the full emotional history of these characters. Carmi's old notebooks, Marcus dealing with his estranged father showing up, the sommelier sweeps trying to identify wine bottles with rain-soaked labels, the unpredictable Neil Fak waiting on a diner who might be from Michelin. One by one, they each clear their hurdle. And there's real warmth in watching it happen. That warmth carries into the finale, which answers the big questions fans had been sitting with. The Bear earns 2 Michelin stars, confirming a fan theory that the real assessor, played by Gary Janetti, had already eaten their back in Season 4. The restaurant will stay open. Richie gets invited to speak at a hospitality conference in Japan. Tina is named chef de cuisine. And Ebra pitches Uncle Jimmy on franchising the beef sandwich side of the business, even quietly honoring the late Rob Reiner with a line from The Princess Bride. As for Carmi, he applies to intern at an architecture firm. Which sounds like a departure, except Sid makes clear the door is open whenever he wants to come back. And given how much this show has always shown us that the highs of a great service are almost addictive, it's hard to imagine he stays away for long. The series doesn't close on Carmi alone in an interview room, though. It closes on a birthday party, Richie's daughter, with nearly the entire cast gathered together. It mirrors the most quietly devastating moment in Caramel, when Sid walks through the dining room and sees how much joy the guests are having, and one of them tries to give her the credit, and she just says, asterisk, it's everyone, but thank you. Asterisk. That's the whole show, really, in 4 words. If you haven't finished Season 5 yet, clear your weekend, this one sticks with you. Roughly 580 words, lands comfortably in the 3 to 5 minute range at average speaking pace, 130 to 150 WPM.